Good morning. This is John Glennon from the Tennessean. I'm here with Jason Wolf, Titans beat reporter, and we are here to talk about the upcoming game between the Titans and the Raiders. And certainly one of the more interesting matchups this week, Jason, will be the Titans offense, which has the opportunity to go against an Oakland defense that has been shaky to say the least so far in the first 2 weeks. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Right. The Raiders have the worst ranked pass defense in the NFL. They're giving up total yardage more than 500 yards per game. The pass defense alone is giving up more than 400 yards a game. Marcus Mariota and the Titans have not had the greatest success going through the air. The last drive against the Lions, obviously notwithstanding when he completed all 9 of his pass attempts, but they should find ways to have some success this week against the Raiders, particularly going to tight end Delanie Walker. The Raiders have been particularly susceptible to the tight end last week against Atlanta. The Falcons tight ends combined for 10 catches for 180 yards and a touchdown. So that's pretty significant. Beyond Delanie Walker, DeMarco Murray has proven to be awfully effective catching the ball out of the backfield. Wide receivers have struggled a little bit. They're far more sure-handed than in seasons past. Tajay Sharp, Rashard Matthews. I know that Tajay in particular doesn't like the possession receiver tag. Last week he had, I believe it was 4 catches for 33 yards. They're going to have to try to get it to the outside. I'm not sure that they have a guy who can stretch the field. Kendall Wright is likely going to miss his 3rd consecutive regular season game with a hamstring injury, but the Titans should be able to find some success against the Raiders attacking through the air. On the flip side of that, John, the Raiders offense, the Titans are going to have their hands full with that, aren't they?
Yeah, the Raiders are kind of a fascinating team in that, as you said, Jason, the defense has been terrible the first 2 weeks, but the offense has been outstanding. Oakland has the number 1 rated offense coming into this game, so everybody knows the Titans are going to have to worry about Derek Carr, the 3rd-year quarterback. He's been expanding or getting better leaps and bounds each season. He's got a quarterback rating above 100 through his first 2 games. Everybody knows about Amari Cooper as well, the former Alabama wide receiver. He is averaging almost 19 yards a catch so far through the first 2 weeks. So he is a deep threat, the kind the Titans, for instance, don't have. But what's interesting also about Oakland, too, is that they have the best, or one of the best running games so far in the NFL, which is kind of a surprise. Latavius Murray has been very good for the Raiders, and a couple other backs as well have been balancing it with him, including a rookie DeAndre Washington as well. So it's a very balanced attack for the Raiders. They've also got Michael Crabtree as a wide receiver. They've got Clive Walford as a tight end. So it's going to be a big test for a Titans defense that only has given up 1 offensive touchdown through the first 2 weeks. So they've done a pretty good job, but I think this is going to be their biggest test so far, bigger even than Detroit and Matt Stafford last week.
For sure.
Yeah.
And the Titans, there's been a lot of turnover on this roster, but many of the guys remember last season's game when the Raiders came in here and ended up pulling out a close one in large part because of a questionable flag at the end. Titans are looking to get on the right side of the scoreboard this time.
That's the story, yep. So a big contrast this week with an Oakland team. Great offense, very poor defense. We'll see what it all means. For the Tennessean, I'm John Glennon, and this is Jason Wolf.